good day, and welcome to our first show and tell presentation. My name is Lama, and I will be your host for today's presentation. We at Aether are a non-traditional record label aiming to disrupt the current music industry norms. We are unionized, not-for-profit, and a collective that prioritizes art and culture above all else. Last year, we actively contributed to our communities through charitable music initiatives, while we released groundbreaking projects that align with our mission. This spring, we plan to open our online store and merchandise shop, and by the end of this year, we will demonstrate our enduring presence and collective strength as one forge. Show and Tell is going to be our occasional presentation format made for our friends and colleagues to, show and tell what we're working on. Whenever we have news to share, we'll put it here, no matter how big or small. Got it? Well, now let's get it started. First, a message from the beloved vessels of their cult. Isn't that lovely? Vessels of the Cult is back with their newest project, Trebuchet, with the classic font era coming to an end. I might be a little biased because I worked on it, but from the lovely tribute for Hollywood to two compositions, I can't wait until Trebuchet releases 2 weeks from now on February 20th on streaming and Bandcamp. I'm going to take a quick water break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned. And we're back. For those of you who might not know, I'm the creator of this little transmedia project called Whisperlight, which is this psychological neo-western visual novel and rock opera that I've been working on for a long while. Last year I released the first album in this series called The Last Door, and I'm excited to share that I'm working on its follow-up. More details for that project will be shared in the future. Casting and production begins this spring and summer for the first act as well, and I can't wait to finally share this passion project of mine. Moving on to a new release, please take a look at this. Sometimes you That's right, Natsuno Bathroom Fight, more commonly known as Itsboundo, is back with her re-released 2021 album, Ending Epilogue. Now Ending Epilogue Extended. This new version is bigger and badder than before. Again, I might be a little biased because I worked on it. Anyways, welcome to Tellcase, and we're gonna talk about more about this album with Itsbounder herself. So, Boundo, how do you feel about what you made?
Honestly, now that we're like 5 years, almost exactly actually, a little over 5 years since I put it out, I'm feeling better than I expected about it. I mean, especially with all the remixing work done by Lama, I feel really good about what I made. And I am very aware of its many flaws, and some of those were not able to be ironed out in the remixing process, but I think that's fine. It's a really weird time capsule for me because, like, this was released at the beginning of 2021, but some of these tracks were recorded as far back as, like, 2018, and I kind of just decided one day that I was gonna put it all up. And so I put them in an order, and I put them out, and this is the result, and I'm happy with it, both then and now.
Thank you. And for my next question, what inspired you to make this project? Like, what made you get out of bed one day and say, I want to make something?
I honestly don't really know that anything specific inspired this project, because I didn't make a lot of this in a session or anything like that. I made these tracks months and months apart. The noise tracks I made closer together, and that was just me learning how to make noise. But ultimately, it just kind of happened that I had 5 ambient tracks and I had 5 noise tracks. Well, back then it was 4 and 4, but there are new tracks on this album that I found from that same time period. But like it happened that I had the same amount of noise and ambient tracks, so I was like, you know what? Let's put this together, make a little EP, and now that we've got 2 extra tracks that can bolster the runtime, now I've got an album.
Yeah, thank you. I know that you've talked about ambient music, but since this project is half noise, what do you feel about noise music and with the new mixes, more so the music concrete, sound college aspects of ambient music?
Yeah, so half of the project is noise, and noise is a genre that I haven't talked about too much on YouTube or in any kind of public setting, but it is something I really appreciate and something that I get a lot of joy out of making because it's all texture. And I talked about ambient being mostly texture as well, but ambient at least generally has some form of musicality, whereas noise is the antithesis of that. And so it's all texture, it's all turning knobs and shaking things and making weird sounds come out of things that should not be making those sounds. So I remember specifically one of the tracks, and I couldn't tell you which one it is, one of those tracks I made by like putting coins in a pop can and attaching a contact mic to it and shaking it around. Just weird fun stuff that is not something you get to do in any other style of music.
Thank you. For my next question, who is this project best suited for? Any fans of particular works that might enjoy this? Like any artists or some kind?
Because the project is so scattershot, it's so all over the place, because again it was made over such a long period of time with no original intention of being a project in and of itself, I don't really know that there are specific reference points that a fan of this album will love this album, but there are tracks that are reminiscent of more dark ambient stuff, kind of like Silent Hill 2 or like Sleep Research Facility. There's brighter stuff, think more like Hiroshi Yoshimura or Brian Eno Music for Airports, and there's just kind of stuff all between there. There's guitar-centric tracks, there's a lot of synth-centric tracks, there's just kind of soundscape textural tracks. As for the noise stuff, you tell me if it's good. If you're a fan of noise music, you will decide for yourself whether you like it or not, and if you don't, oh well. You know, noise music is a lot less easy to recommend, like, fans of this should enjoy this, because it's all different and all kind of the same. So I don't have a lot of great insight into who would enjoy the noise half of this record, but hopefully a few people.
Thank you. Any final words?
Last words, listen to the album. I think Lama did an incredible job on making these come to light, and for some of them become listenable in ways they were not before. There's also she did so much creative stuff on this album that I am really happy with and really kind of suits my vision now more in ways that I couldn't have envisioned back then. So thank you, Lama, and thank you if you decide to listen to my new album.
Alright, thank you for this interview. And yep, that was It's Bounder. You can follow her on YouTube. And as for a release date for the album, guess what? It's out now. You can just go to Bandcamp and listen to it right now. This album will also be out on streaming this following week. Anyways, that should be all. This show and tell presentation is just going to be the first of many, and I hope you enjoyed watching this one. But wait, I think I forgot something. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Alright, have a good day, and thank you.